Multiplication of a matrix takes place in two types. That is, first one a matrix by a scalar, and second one a matrix by another matrix. So the first one we will have to start now. The first one, multiplication of a matrix by a scalar matrix. If A is a matrix of order m by n and k is a scalar, means constant value. Mind you, my friends, what's a scalar? Scalar is a constant value. Constant value indicates that it can be either 1, 2 or any digit, either negative or positive, but not 0. Excluding 0, it can be any digit, any integer. So k is a scalar, and then k is another matrix which is obtained by multiplying each element of A by a scalar. What it says that a matrix would be given. A matrix would be given of order m by n. Okay, a matrix of order m by n would be given, and then a scalar would be given, or a constant value will be given. Then what we need to do is to multiply each element of that matrix by that constant value, and then again prepare the same matrix of the same order, but it would be Ka. Instead of a matrix A, it would be called as a Ka matrix. As in the example we can see, we have a matrix A indicating the elements as 1, 2, 3, 4 and order of 2 by 2, and K value scalar, that is here scalar, it is 2, K value is 2, so we can get Ka. Ka means what? We need to multiply 2 into that given matrix. So Ka is equals to 2 into 1, that is here 1, so 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 3 and 2 into 4. Why we are doing so? It says that, as the definition says, we need to multiply each element of A by scalar. So we are multiplying here each element of A by that given scalar here. So we are getting that as resultant what we are getting is 2, 4, 6, 8. That is nothing but the multiplied value, that is a product of this matrix along with the product of this K. So this is how takes place the matrix multiplication in a scalar problem. And next in the line we have properties of scalar multiplication. So properties of scalar multiplication. Properties means some of the recognition, how it is recognized, or how it says it follows some of the properties, like if A is equals to Aij, an element of matrix A, and B is equals to Bij, an element of matrix B, be two matrices of same order, then say m cross n or m by n, means it can be of same order, but any order, but it should be of same order. Then K and L are scalars. K is a scalar and L is another scalar. Then K into A plus B. K into A plus B is Ka plus Kb. It is the distributive property, my dear friends. You must have studied in our elementary studies that K gets divided and gets equally distributed to A and B. So Ka plus Kb. And same applies here. We have two constants. The sum of two constants into matrix A, that is K plus L into A. So Ka plus La. It will be equal. Okay. So next in the line what we have is multiplication of two matrices. Multiplication of two matrices takes place in the following process. In the first one, what we have is product of two matrices is defined if and only if it should satisfy this condition, man. That is, number of rows of first matrix should be equal or is equal to number of columns of second matrix. It means that when we are given two matrices to multiply with each other, then number of rows of the first matrix should be equal to number of columns of the second matrix, or it can be reverse also, man. It can be reverse also, friends, and that is nothing but number of rows of first matrix can be applying to number of columns of second matrix. So product is obtained by multiplying the rows of first matrix to the column of second matrix. How product is obtained? Product is obtained by multiplying the rows of the first matrix to the columns of the second matrix. And order of product of two matrices is nothing but number of rows of first matrix by number of columns of second matrix. To get still clear picture of it, we have an example here. Here we will understand properly how a matrix multiplication takes place. So here we have the first matrix A of 3 by 2 and second matrix B which has an order of 2 by 3. So find AB. AB means product of A and B. So A and B, how it takes place here? As the first rule says here, number of rows of first matrix should be equal to number of columns of second matrix. We can take here number of rows, that is 1, 2 and 3. Number of rows of first matrix should be equal to number of columns of second matrix, that is columns 1, 2 and 3. So number of rows of first matrix is equal to number of columns of second matrix. So here our first rule is satisfied. Second rule, what it says? Product is obtained by multiplying the rows of first matrix to the columns of second matrix. How we get the product? By multiplying the rows of first matrix to the columns of second matrix. So starting with here rows of first matrix, that is 2 and 3, and here columns of second matrix, that is 1 and 9. So 2 into 1, first row first element is 2 into 1 and 3 into 9. This 2 and 3 will be multiplied to 1 and 9 respectively, and then we'll get the sum of it, that is 2 into 1 plus 3 into 9. Rows of first matrix and columns of second matrix. Are you getting, friends? Rows of first matrix to the columns of second matrix, and then we get this element here, 2 into 1 plus 3 into 9. 2 into 1 plus 3 into 9. We get here 2 into 1 plus 3 into 9. And same applies here also, that is 2 into 5 plus 3 into 8. rows of first matrix to the columns of second matrix to get this element. First row, second column, we get the second row, first element. Okay, so 2 into 5 plus 3 into 8, we get here this one, this element. And same applies for this also. 4 into 5 plus 4 into 1 plus 5 into 9, we get this. 4 into 5 plus 5 into 8, we get this. 4 into 7 plus 5 into 6, we get this. And same applies 6 into 1 plus 7 into 9, we get this. And mind you, after this we'll just, it is very easy and simple to get the sum of it. And then finally we get a matrix represented here, that is nothing but a matrix AB, which is product of A and B, which is of the same order. But how order is, as the rule says here, order of product of two matrices is number of rows of first matrix and number of columns of second matrix. So number of rows, here we have 3 rows, so 3 rows by columns of second matrix means 3 columns means 3 here also. So we get a matrix of order 3 by 3 since we have 3 rows and 3 columns in the second matrix. Next in the line we have properties of matrix multiplication. Properties of matrix multiplication. The first one we have matrix multiplication is non-commutative in general. As it says here in the example also we can get that AB here, if you try multiplying it reverse by keeping B in the first and A in the second, then mind you my friends, we won't be getting the same result here as we are getting this one. So matrix multiplication is not commutative. Generally it is not commutative. That is AB is not equals to BA. As in normally we get in digits that 1 into 2 is equals to 2 into 1, that is 2 is equals to 2. We can say it is applicable, multiplication is applicable, commutativity of multiplication is applicable in normal digits, but it is not applicable in matrix multiplication. The second property says that matrix multiplication is associative. Associative means brackets are shifted. Firstly the brackets are covering the first two, next it covers the last two. So AB into C is equals to A into BC whenever both sides are defined. It has a condition, whenever both sides are defined, both sides should be defined. Means sometimes what happens, AB will not be defined or BC will not be defined. Why it will not be defined, my dear friends, do you know? It will not be defined because their number of rows of the first matrix won't be equal to number of columns of the second matrix. If this is not satisfied, then we won't get a proper matrix as resultant. So it won't be defined. That's why it says that both the sides should be defined. Then matrix multiplication is associative. Next what it says that matrix multiplication is distributive over matrix addition. Means matrix multiplication is distributive. It is equally distributed over matrix addition. So A into B plus C is equals to AB plus AC means AB and again plus AC. So here also it applies the same, A plus B into C is equals to AC plus BC. Same here, AC plus BC. So what we have in the next, that is transpose of a matrix. Might be it is very minor part, but it plays a very important role and it has got its own properties also. So starting with this, what is the transpose of a matrix? How we get it? Then if A is a matrix of elements Aij, be an m by n matrix. Suppose that A is a matrix which has elements Aij and it is of m by n, order m by n. Then the matrix obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of A. What matrix we obtain by interchanging the rows and columns means rows becomes the column, rows becomes the columns, and columns becomes the rows. So by interchanging the rows and columns of A is called the transpose of A. What the obtained matrix is, that is called as the transpose of A. That is nothing but if we have a matrix A is equals to Aij of order m by n, then A transpose is nothing but Aji. Here Aij becomes Aji in the obtained matrix, and order also gets exchanged. Number of rows becomes number of columns, and number of columns becomes number of rows because rows and columns are interchanged. That's why. And transpose of matrix A is denoted by A dash or A transpose. A dash or A transpose, as it says here. A dash. It can be even A transpose also. So here we have an example to get the clear picture how a matrix transpose is obtained. So A is equals to a square matrix. Actually we can take any order, any matrix. It should not be a square matrix only, but I have taken a square matrix for our better understanding. So how we get A dash here? A dash or A transpose. We can say is A dash or A transpose means we get A transpose only. So A transpose means how is the rule here? Rule says that interchanging the rows and columns means rows should become the columns and columns should become the rows. Rows should become the columns and the columns should become the rows. So what we have rows here 1, 7 and 4, first row. Here it becomes the first column 1, 7 and 4. Second row 3, 9 and 8. It becomes second column here 3, 9 and 8. And 5, 2 and 6. It becomes third column here 5, 2 and 6. So first row becomes the first column, second row becomes the second column, and third row becomes the third column. And similarly we can go even column wise also, saying that first column becomes the first row, second column becomes the second row, and third column becomes the third row. So we get the resultant. That is also a matrix of same order, but only these elements are changed. It has some properties. What are those properties, friends? Properties of transpose of matrices. That is A dash whole dash is A only. Means the resultant what we have got by transposing it once. If we transpose that obtained matrix once more, then again we'll get the same matrix as in the first one. That is the first property. Second property is K A dash. If we multiply a scalar to a matrix and then if we transpose it, that is equal to, if we multiply a transposed matrix, a matrix which is already transposed, if we multiply any scalar to that, that will be as same as equal to a matrix which is already multiplied and then transposed. So that is the here property. Second property says, and third property says that A plus B whole dash is equals to A dash plus B dash. Nothing but distributive property. Here dash gets distributed equally to both of them. As in the bracket it is for both, so here gets distributed to both of the matrices. And second here also AB whole dash is equals to B dash A dash. Normally if we don't see this, then we can say that AB dash whole dash means A dash B dash, we can say. Probably people will try saying that it can be A dash B dash, but not my dear friends. It should be B dash A dash. It is reverse. We must remember it. It is very important thing. And saying you one important fact about this. This was the 2018 NDA question, direct formula was given in the third question of maths paper, NDA question, UPSC paper. This was the question given directly. So we must remember it. It's a very important thing. AB whole dash is equals to B dash A dash. People will try to guess it saying that it would be A dash B dash, but no, it is B dash A dash. With this, I take leave of you. Thank you. Any doubt, any queries, shoot it in the comment box then below. It will be solved as soon as possible. From my side, Jai Hind.